Hey everybody, Chad Helmcamp here with BWC Lending, here with my crystal ball. But before we talk about that, let's talk about those Astros. What a great win last night. One more win and we'll be World Series champions. It's us against everybody else. We love it. Much more fun to talk about baseball than the mortgage market, but that's what I'm here to tell you about today. Let's talk about what my crystal ball says. Before I tell you that, let's tell you what happened this week, because it was another very eventful week. The Fed met again this week. The expectation was they were going to raise rates by 3/4, which they did. That was expected and already priced into the market. There was talk that they may start to slow the pace of their increases in coming meetings. The market got excited about that. And then within the hour, they interviewed the Fed chair, and he said something a little different, which was, although they may slow the pace, he also said that they think they may have to raise rates more than originally thought. That spooked the market, and we saw rates climb yet again. Fortunately, they didn't get crazy, but they are still at his 20-year highs. We priced with a number of our investors, and we've seen rates. We have some investors that are still in the mid to high sixes, but a lot of our investors are pricing in the sevens. So it is they are very much at a historical level, and it looks like on the national average is above 7% on a 30-year fixed rate. So where do we go from here? Is the worst behind us? I don't know if the worst is behind us, but I do think that we're sort of finding a ceiling here, and I think that rates are going to stay at this elevated level for some time. What the Fed, I think, is really looking for is they're looking for the job market to start to falter a little bit, and the job market has held up pretty well. Job numbers came in today. For the most part, they were in line with expectations. There are signs that the job market is weakening, but not to a level that it's going to slow the inflation number down, and that's really what the Fed is looking to see. Next week we have inflation numbers coming out. We don't know what those numbers are going to look like, but I think we need to see 2 to 3 months in a row of inflation numbers easing before we're going to see mortgage rates come down. My prediction is we're not really going to see those numbers probably until January, February next year. So I think that we're probably in for these elevated rates at least through the first quarter of 2023, and then hopefully by the second quarter of 2023, that's when we're really going to start seeing rates come down. The Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting next year that rates will fall to around 5.5, which will be a very significant improvement from where we are today. And they think that the years after that, we may see them go down to 4.5 in 2024 and 2025. So there's hope in the future. What does that mean for you and your buyers that are looking to buy now? Well, inventory is still a huge challenge. And in my opinion, whereas earlier this year there might have been 5, 6, 7 people interested in one property, today we're seeing that number to be 1, 2, or 3 people interested in that property, meaning prices are not coming down. In some cases, we're still having situations where the price gets bid up over the asking price. My prediction is if rates do drop to 5.5 next year, anybody who's been sitting on the sidelines is going to come back into the market, and now you're going to have 3, 4, 5 bidders on a house bidding that home price even higher. So if you're thinking about buying or you have a buyer that's on the fence, I think the message is simply this. If you find a house that you like and it fits all your needs and you can make the numbers work, let's get you in that house today. Should rates fall next year or the year after, we can certainly look at refinancing you at that time into something better. But there's no doubt in my mind that if you wait until next year or the year after, the home that you're interested in is going to be worth more then. So there's my crystal ball. That's where I think we're headed. Still maybe a few challenging months ahead, but next year I think things are going to get a lot better. If you'd like us to review your situation, or if you have anybody that you'd like us to talk to, just have them reach out. Happy to have a consultation, and we can at least create a game plan for them. Have a great day. Go Astros. Let's win it all.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.